Hello and welcome back to A Moment with TSI, the podcast created to offer you the language immersion you need to improve your skills. I'm your host, Carlos, and in this episode, we'll be talking about farm animals in celebration of World Farm Animals Day, which takes place every year on the second day of October. So, let's get started. Before we talk about the animals themselves, let's discuss World Farm Animals Day. This day, observed on October 2nd, is dedicated to raising awareness about the conditions farm animals face and promoting their well-being. It's a day to appreciate and understand the role these animals play in our lives. According to daysoftheyear.com, this day was established in memory of Mahatma Gandhi, who believed in treating all living beings with respect. Some interesting facts about farm animals are provided by animalmatters.org. For example, approximately 70 billion farm animals are reared for food in the world each year. That's a huge number. As you see in this sentence, the word rear is used as a verb, which means to breed and raise the animals. In other words, they are cared for until they are ready to be sold as food. Let's speak now about different farm animals. We're going to start with one of the most iconic farm animals, the rooster. You've probably heard the sound it makes in the morning. That sound is called cock-a-doodle-doo. It's like nature's alarm clock on the farm. This is the origin of the idiom "up with the roosters," a colloquial expression referring to waking up very early in the morning. For example, I'm up with the roosters every day to go to work. These animals can be very colorful. On top of the head, the roosters have the 𝗊. I repeat, the 𝗊. What we call the mouth in other animals, for the roosters we call it the beak. And what hangs below the beak is called the wattle. Next up, let's talk about cows. They are known for their gentle nature, and the sound they make is called a moo. Be careful with this sound though. The pronunciation is very similar to the verb that refers to the action of moving, the verb move. So, make sure you make the difference with the V sound at the end of the verb. To help you listen again, I'm going to repeat. The sound of the cow, moo. The verb, move. So, we can say that cows moo, but they also move. Notice the difference? Well, I'm sure you do. The male of the cow is the bull, and on their heads they have horns, the most distinctive characteristic of these animals, the bulls. This characteristic is used in the very popular idiom, "take the bull by the horns," which means to take control of a situation or to deal decisively with a difficult or dangerous situation. Let's move now to the next farm animal, the pig. Pigs are incredibly intelligent animals. This is why we often use the phrase "curious as a pig" to describe someone who is very inquisitive. Generally, the name pig is used when the animal is young and small. Now, when it reaches a certain size, the animal is called a hog. You may have heard this word in the name of a movie, The Wild Hogs. However, many people use these words as if they were the same. Another word that is usually associated with these animals is boar. But the boar is an uncastrated adult male pig or a non-domesticated breed of pig, usually called a wild boar. Next is the sheep. The plural form of the word sheep is the same word sheep. Easy, right? These animals do not have hair. They have fluffy wool, which is often used to make clothing, especially for cold weather. This brings us to an interesting idiom, pulling the wool over someone's eyes. Pulling the wool over someone's eyes. When we say this, it means someone is deceiving or tricking another person. In other words, trying to make someone believe something that is not true. It's like covering their eyes with wool so they can't see the truth. Now, let's speak about goats. Goats are known for being quirky and agile. Similar to bulls, some goats have horns on their heads, and they grow a peculiar type of beard on their chins. This is why some men with a similar type of facial hair are said to have a goatee. There's an idiom related to goats called get your or someone's goat. Get your goat, or get his goat, or get their goat. If something or someone gets your goat, it means they annoy or irritate you. Just like how mischievous or naughty goat might bother others on the farm. Is there something that gets your goat? Share it in the comments. Of course, this episode would not be complete without the horse. Horses have played a significant role in human history, from transportation to companionship. Some things you should know about horses are that the beautiful hair that falls from their neck is called the crest or the mane, and the thing that we put on their backs to sit when we mount them is called a saddle. Also, a female horse is a mare, so next time you see these magnificent creatures, you can confidently say, "Look at that stunning horse and graceful mare." Now, the word horse is used in multiple idioms. A good one is straight from the horse's mouth. Straight from the horse's mouth means something is coming directly from the original source. For example, I know straight from the horse's mouth that Mike is going to get married. He told me yesterday at our meeting. Well, that brings us to the end of today's episode on World Farm Animals Day. I hope you enjoyed learning about these fascinating creatures and the idioms associated with them. If you have any questions or if there's a topic you'd like us to cover, feel free to reach out. Keep practicing and remember to keep creating your language immersion experience. Happy learning and bye-bye!